This is the story of Antonio Pollina. Antonio Pollina, whose nickname has been written both as Mr. Migo and Mr. Miggs, was the former de facto boss of the Philadelphia crime family. Pollina was one of the top leaders of the Greaser Gang, the mafia organization in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Pollina once controlled Loan Shark Corporation, which operates within the Greaser Gang. Antonio Dominic Pollina was born on September 20th, 1892 at Caccamo, Sicily. Pollina, whose nickname has been written both as Mr. Migo and Mr. Miggs, arrived in the United States as an adult. He was among the local mafia leaders charged and acquitted following the 1927 Zenghi and Cacasa murders. He also tangled with law enforcement over a New Jersey assault and battery case and federal liquor charges. His rap sheet dated back to 1927 and includes arrests for murder, concealed weapons, untaxed liquor, assault, and battery. His legitimate employment was as a cheese salesman for the Maggio Cheese Company. Here is the report from the director of the FBI to the Philadelphia SAC, the special agents in charge, dating back on October 3, 1960. Unlike the two previous bosses, Pollina resided within the city of Philadelphia. He lived on South 11th Street and later on Snyder Avenue, but his proximity to Philly rackets did not help his popularity within the crime family membership. Nothing deep divisions in the organization, the National Mafia Commission withheld formal recognition of Pollina as boss, reportedly designating him as the interim boss until the Philadelphia underworld could be united. During the reign of the Philadelphia crime boss Joseph Ida, Pollina was already a made man. Ida was the head of the Philadelphia Mafia during the 1940s and the 1950s. Ida and his underboss Dominic Big Dom Oliveto were among the 100 Mafia members who took part in the legendary Appalachian meeting in 1957. A gathering of almost all the bosses of the American La Cosa Nostra in November 1957, which took place in the community of the Appalachian in the state of New York and was stormed by the local police. A total of 62 people were briefly arrested and identified, including Ida and Oliveto. Oliveto withdrew, and shortly after Ida was charged with drug trafficking and fled to Italy in 1958. During his absence, Oliveto's successor, Antonio Pollina, was appointed acting boss in early 1959. Ida turned management of the crime family over to Antonio Pollina. The widely accepted story is that Ida returned to his native country settling. After Ida presumed his role as the boss, he decided to return in 1959 to return to Sicily. Before he made his move, he had the choice between Pollina or the new popular made man Angelo Annaloro, famously called Angelo Bruno, to be his successor. Ida chose Pollina. Still, in 1959, Pollina was headed the reins of the Philadelphia family when Joseph Ida fled from the United States to avoid indictment and narcotic charges. However, the choice will be undone a few months to follow. Pollina feared and identified Angelo Bruno, who was not related to the earlier boss Joseph Bruno, as his primary rival, and sought to undermine and perhaps to kill Bruno. Angelo Bruno was 18 years younger than Pollina. He was known for earning more money within the family and grew popular amongst his peers in the mafia. In addition, Bruno at the time had no interest being the mob boss. However, Pollina decided to take his own potential threat to the next level. Some reports say that Pollina ordered his aide Ignazio Dinaro to murder Bruno. Instead of following the order, Dinaro told Bruno about it, and Bruno appealed to the commission. In 1959, the commission determined that Pollina had abused his interim authority by attempting to eliminate his rival. Under the orders of the commission, Pollina had to step down and endorse Bruno as the new boss in Philadelphia. Bruno used his connections to the commission to take Pollina's power away from him. The commission authorized Bruno to murder Pollina. However, Angelo Bruno declined and told the commission member Carlo Gambino that he would not put out a hit on Antonio Pollina. This shrewd move earned the nickname to Angelo Bruno as the Gentle Don and the Docile Don. Angelo Bruno knew if he put the hit on Pollina that Pollina's followers would be vindictive. Therefore, Bruno offered peace. Pollina stepped down and Angelo Bruno replaced him and kept Dinaro as his underboss. In spite of the alleged murder plot, Pollina remained in Philadelphia and reportedly felt secure enough to ask Angelo Bruno to name him as his consigliere after the death of Joe Rugnetta in 1977. Bruno is said to have declined his request and placed the man who would arrange his death 3 years later instead, Antonio Capronegro. Pollina died of natural causes on February 27, 1993 at the age of 100. A rare story you hear in the Mafia. He is buried in Holy Cross Cemetery in Yenna, Pennsylvania, besides his wife. In life, he lived on the same block with his arch nemesis Angelo Bruno, as you see in this video. And in death, Antonio Pollina and Angelo Bruno are buried in the same cemetery close to each other there.
Thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out more of our content. Feel free to give your feedback and suggestions on who we should do next in the comments. This is Infinitely Productions. We love ya!